Let's take you back to Sandton now with the top story this weekend, where the Blue Light Brigade people, 8 members rather, of that brigade are being arrested and charged rather and processed. Heidi Giokos is on the scene with Robbie Rabu, who is giving the latest on those proceedings. Let's get an update from Heidi Giokos.
Yes, certainly. Rupiwa, we'll get straight into it. We are still joined by IPID. Thanks again for joining us, Robbie. Let's just speak about what exactly has happened. We do understand that all 8 VIP Protection Unit members are being processed and arrested.
Yes, all 8 of them have been processed and they are arrested at the moment.
Okay.
They have been taken to the cells as we speak.
Okay, I just need you to elaborate for us. So just start from the beginning. They came here, they were asked to come here, now they're being arrested, they're being processed, the charges, and where they currently are.
Arrangements have been made with the suspects to hand themselves over today at the Sandton police station. And we processed them as they arrived, and only when we arrived here, there were only 7 that were here, and then the 8th one came after that, and then all of them, as we speak, have been processed, and they are now being detained in the police cells.
Do we know what was the cause of delay for the 8th one?
No, we don't know. We didn't even ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe just speak to us about how tomorrow is going to unfold. They're going to be appearing in court on charges of?
Tomorrow they will be appearing in court at the Randburg Magistrate Court, and the charges are assault, pointing of firearm, and malicious damage to property.
Have you seen the 8? How are they?
No, they are okay. They are okay. All of them are okay. It's just that the one that does not look okay, we hope he'll be okay, is the one that was involved in an accident after he was suspended. He has been in hospital for quite some time, but he's fine now. Yeah.
How far with investigations, Robbie, again, in terms of what can you tell us about the actual investigations?
The investigation is we are almost there with investigation. We could be about 70 to 80%, but the others we are doing them as we go along.
How confident are you in your case, Robbie?
We are very confident. We have a very strong case again.
Have you spoken to the victims in all of this? Have you gotten statements from them? Have you engaged with them?
Yeah, investigators have been out, engaged the victims. They obtained statements from them, and they assisted them in opening up the case.
Injuries of the victims, Robbie, can you tell us how they are since that incident?
As far as we know, the injuries are healing, and there are just 2 of them that had very serious injuries. But I understand from the investigators that have had conversations with them in the past few days, they are saying they are coming okay.
So after the incident, were they taken to hospital immediately? Are they still there, or have they been discharged?
No. I think when our investigators went to see them, some of them were still at the hospital. But we don't know at what stage they go to the hospital, because they were at the residential addresses where they are staying at the Tabatswani. Yeah.
Robbie, we understand that the victims are employed by the SANDF, and there's been a reluctance for us as media, I guess, to access and speak to them. Can you just explain that in terms of their inaccessibility at the moment?
Yes, it's because they are being trained. Military is a very strict place, so you don't just access anyone that is inside there. So you have to do it through the authorities that they can give you access to them.
Sorry, I just have a question in terms of the 8 that have been arrested now. We do understand that they have been suspended. Can you just confirm if indeed they have been suspended and whether or not it's with pay?
We don't know whether it's with pay. All we know is that they have been suspended. But whether they are suspended with salary, we're not sure. We cannot tell. Only SAPS can tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Robbie. We do appreciate it. That is, of course, yes. Thank you. We can release you now. Thank you for your time. That is IPID spokesperson Robbie, just giving us clarity in terms of the fact that all 8 have been processed and arrested here at the Sandton police station. The charges they are facing, Ropiwe, is assault to cause GBH, malicious damage to property, which is the damage to property is the car specifically, and pointing a firearm. So they are being processed. They will spend the night here, and tomorrow they will then appear in the Randburg Magistrates Court. We do understand that all 8 have been suspended from SAPS, but whether or not they have been suspended with pay is still unknown at this particular point. I'm just wondering if I can spot Atlinda Mata anywhere to get her comment, but I don't see her anywhere at this particular point. But I will go in and try and get clarity on that matter, Ropiwe. So also interestingly, we do know that the one suspect that has been arrested is not doing too well. He was apparently involved in an accident soon after the incident, and IPID indicating that he hasn't been in the greatest shape. He's been in and out of hospital since. So tomorrow is definitely going to be an interesting day to see what exactly transpires in court.
And that suspension issue will be quite important, Heidi Giokos, to know if they've been suspended with pay, and despite the evidence being as clear as daylight, what happens to their careers should they be acquitted on all charges. But as you heard there, Robbie saying that they're confident of the evidence that they've been able to gather. Heidi Giokos following developments around that story for us, and we'll